This LOS is describe the use of interbank offered rates as reference rates in floating rate debt. Overview of global fixed income markets. Reference rates. The London Interbank Offered Rate, LIBOR, is the reference rate for many floating rate bonds, in particular those issued in the Eurobond market. For example, a typical coupon rate for a floater denominated in British sterling that pays coupon semi-annually is the sterling 6-month LIBOR plus a spread. So as we saw in the previous LOS, the coupon will go up if the LIBOR goes up, not the spread. The spread is held constant, okay? And that's done at issuance time. So LIBOR is a collective name for multiple rates. LIBOR rates reflect the rates at which a panel of banks believe they could borrow unsecured funds from other banks in the London interbank money market for different currencies and different borrowing periods ranging from overnight to 1 year. The interbank money market or interbank market is the market of loans and deposits between banks for maturities up to 1 year. 2 practice questions to finish this LOS. The first one, interbank offered rates are best described as the rates at which a panel of banks can A, issue short-term debt, B, borrow unsecured funds from other major banks, or C, borrow from other major banks against some form of collateral. Okay, the correct answer is B. Interbank offered rates are best described at the rates at which a panel of banks can borrow unsecured funds from other major banks. Interbank offered rates represent a set of interest rates at which major banks believe they could borrow unsecured funds from other major banks in the interbank money market for different currencies and different borrowing periods ranging from overnight to 1 year. So you can see I won't reread it, but I just put in bold and green there, just cut and paste from the very first slide, okay? So that's a definition of interbank offered rates and LIBOR that you just absolutely need to memorize. Okay, this is a nice little practice question to end on. A 5-year floating rate security was issued on January the 1st, 2006. The coupon rate formula was 1-year LIBOR plus 300 basis points with a cap of 10% and a floor of 5% and annual reset. The 1-year LIBOR rate on January 1st of each year of the security's life is provided in the following table. So you can see 2006 1-year LIBOR 3.5%, 2007 1-year LIBOR 4%, 2008 1-year LIBOR 3%, 2009 1-year LIBOR 2%, and 2010 1-year LIBOR 1.5%. So the question is, during 2010, the payments owed by the issuer were based on a coupon rate closest to A, 4.5%, B, 5%, or C, 6.5%. Okay, this question shouldn't be too difficult, although it's easy if you're working too quickly and not reading the question very carefully, you could make a simple mistake. So it says here that there's a floor of 5%, okay, that's the key point. Because we can see here that we're asking about 2010. So by the way, all this information here we don't need, that's red herring. We need to zoom in on the 2010. And the coupon is the LIBOR plus 300 basis points. So 1.5 and 300 basis point is 3%, by the way, and that would equal 4.5%. So some people, guarantee, would circle A and say that's the rate. But as I said, you need to read the question very carefully and see that it's a floor of 5%. So I just drove my little thing down here. There's the 4.5%, but no, there's a floor. There's a floor of 5%, and there's a cap of 10%, okay? So the correct answer is B, because LIBOR plus 300 basis points equals 4.5%, which is below the floor of 5%, so the coupon rate will be equal to the floor. Fairly easy question, just wanted to put that one in there to show that you have to pay very close attention to reading the question very carefully, seeing the data, and just looking out for any little tricks that not working too quickly. And that's the last slide for this LOS. Thank you.